PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hello, this is James Spann with the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 4th day of January. A warming trend headlines our weekend forecast. Let's get right to some Skycam images around the state this afternoon coming from the ABC 3340 Skycam network, and we begin with the look at Lake Katoma, or what used to be Lake Katoma, up in Cullman. That's coming from the top of the water treatment facility just east of downtown at U.S. Highway 278, and boy, that's amazing. I mean, that scene used to be full of water, and now there's just a little narrow channel of water in there. And the drought was the big story in 07. We hope it's not the big story in 08. But at least we're warming up. Temperatures getting up in the low 50s in most spots today. There's a look at Tuscaloosa's camera view coming from the top of the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. Down below that is the Hugh Thomas Bridge connecting downtown Tuscaloosa and downtown Northport across the Black Warrior River. And the Birmingham camera looking at Legion Field coming from the top of the Daniel building. And again, the sky there mostly sunny. Well, let's take a look and see what's happening here. At 500 millibars, the flow has gone more zonal today. And what a storm slamming into the Pacific Northwest and the California coast. That's going to be wild, windy, wet, snowy in the mountains out there in a big, big way for the next several days. At the surface, looks like the surface pressure with that storm off the northwest coast is down to 960 millibars now. And around here, the surface high that represents the center of the cold air is near Charleston, South Carolina, and moving away from us, so the warming trend will continue. By Sunday, a good chance we'll break the 60-degree mark. And we will see a gradual increase in low-level moisture this weekend, but at this point, we don't expect any rain until probably Tuesday night of next week. Temperatures looking much better. Still nothing really warm out there, but we are up in the 40s at midday. These temperatures taken at noon today. And once again, we're expecting mid-50s tomorrow and a good chance we'll break the 60-degree mark on Sunday. Now, this is the expected rain across the country, valid through Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock. And around here, it's suggesting rainfall amounts of 3/4 to 1 inch, and that would be primarily Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning with our big storm coming in from the west. And speaking of the west, how about 12.9 inches of liquid over the Sierra Nevadas? And, of course, that equates to about, 130 inches of snow for the next 5 days. Unbelievable. And talk about some heavy rain. We've got 5 to 10 inches of rain likely along the entire length of the California coast. And, of course, some good snows for the Rockies, so very, very active weather for much of the country for the next several days. And, again, we do note on the convective outlook on day 4, which is Monday, the guys in Norman have a risk of severe weather defined for places like Dallas, Shreveport, Little Rock, Tulsa, and Springfield, Missouri. And, again, I'd say it's unlikely we have any severe weather issues here with that when it rolls in Tuesday night, but we'll see. Let's take a look at modeling here. This is the 12Z run of the GFS, valid at noon tomorrow, about 18,000 feet off the ground, a zonal flow, which means the warming trend will likely continue. Underneath that, the good moisture feed is still west of here in that good warm air advection zone. Showers are possible for places like Little Rock and Indianapolis and Chicago. And, yes, we're talking rain showers, a big warm-up. Temperatures in parts of Michigan and Wisconsin will be above freezing for the first time in a long time tomorrow. And again, you can see the wild and windy weather out west. Sunday, no real change. I think we'll be just partly sunny with temperatures in the low to mid-60s. And we'll go to Monday of next week. There's your western trough beginning to move on to the east. Underneath all of that, really the weather stays unchanged. I just don't think it rains Monday. I guess you could mention a small chance of a shower, but most likely we're not going to have any issues with rain. Our surface low is developing on the lee of the Rockies. Tuesday, the trough comes out across the Plain States. At the surface low is located between Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Chicago. 992 millibars, and a trailing front coming down through Little Rock and Houston. And again, that's at midday Tuesday. We'll go to midnight Tuesday night. And there comes the trough rotating through here. And at the surface, we've got a band of showers and storms. And we're getting some pretty good consistency in the idea of a Tuesday night event. I'm still not ruling out rain lingering into part of the day Wednesday, but certainly we'll have to hit the rain and storms hard Tuesday night. And this is suggesting rainfall amounts of about 3/4 to 1 inch with this thing. And then midday Wednesday, it's gone. I mean, it really gets out of here. And notice the air behind that rain is not of Arctic origin, it is of Pacific origin. So no real cool down behind that. And there's Thursday of next week, and that looks dry and mild. This is Thursday the 10th. But everybody is buzzing about this. This is January 13th. And every run will be a little different. Remember, we're just looking for basic consistency in the idea of a major storm, and we certainly have that. You can see a big trough over the east and a big ridge over the west. And that trough is going to deliver some very cold air, and in the base of that trough we'll have a big storm forming. And where it forms will all determine who gets rain and who gets snow. And this is the latest look. This is January 13th at 6 o'clock in the morning. And this is suggesting, oddly enough, the better chance of snow down there in southeast Alabama. Wouldn't that be something if Dothan and Montgomery got the big snow while we had nothing up here? That's pretty much what this is suggesting. And some big rains in the warmer air close to the Atlantic coast. And then later that day, the 13th in the evening, surface low pulls off the Atlantic coast. Very cold air coming in behind that thing. So, once again, the consistency is just excellent over the idea of a major storm around the 13th. Heavy rain for parts of the Deep South, maybe some heavy snow for parts of the Deep South. We just will not know who gets what until we get within 7 days. So we'll deal with that next week, and especially after we get that midweek system out of here. And just for the fun of it, we'll take a look at the 17th of January. Look at that thing. Big cold core upper trough over the southeastern U.S., and look at the thickness values down there, maybe supporting snow in Jacksonville, Florida. Are you kidding me? And again, that's primarily cold air aloft, but dynamic cooling can produce snow in January. No doubt about that. So it looks like it's going to be a very interesting month ahead. We'll be here to wait and watch as we always do. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog as we always do. My next video will be posted by Monday morning at 7. Brian Peters will have the updates here, the video tomorrow and Sunday. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.